We're on Yevamot Perek Tedvav Mishnah Gimel, third Mishnah, in the 15th chapter of Yevamot. We continue to talk about what happens when a woman comes from Medinat Hayam and says, my husband is dead. So until now, we've learned, as we've seen before, that Midoraita we learned, you require 2 edim. But we said, because of iguna, mishum igun, because we don't want her to become an aguna, let's make that bold, okay? We are mekil. Chazal were mekil. They were lenient. They were willing to rely on her. But that's only for her status. But what about other issues? And specifically, we're going to talk about the issue of money. So this himnu rabbanan is only vis-a-vis her ability to remarry. But for vis-a-vis money, you still need 2 edim. Therefore, what happens in the case when she comes back and says, my husband is dead? There is the halachic issue of can she be married, but there's also the financial issue, what happens to her husband's estate. Beit Shammai says, not only can she be married, but she gets the ketubah. We assume that her husband is really dead, and therefore we invoke the clause that says, if I'm dead, then you get this and this money, whatever, in the ketubah. Beit Hillel says, no. Yes, she can remarry. Velo tito ketubata. But she can't take her ketubah. Why? Amar Beit Shammai. Beit Shammai says, whoa, 1 second. Hitartem erva chamura. You agreed that you were permitted lahatir erva, the isur erva. She's a married woman. Now you say she's not a married woman. That's chamur. That's very strict. Lo tatir et mamon hakal. You're not going to permit the monetary issue, which is much less significant. Amar lehem Beit Hillel. Beit Hillel says, no, matzinu she'ein ha'achim nichnesim la'achala al piyah. No, but we also know that if she came along and said, when she says my husband is dead, the achim, the brothers, can't then go and inherit. So we already know that, so there's this really interesting issue. In this case, there's three halachic issues. The issue number 1 is her status. We'll call it status ha'isha. Okay? And that's Eid Echad. Her testimony is one thing. We also have Ketubah ta'isha. We have the Ketubah, and that's what we're discussing. And we have Nachala. 1 second, let's bring this back so you can see it. And then we have Nachala, Achim benachala. What about the brothers inheriting? And that we know you need Shnei Edim, meaning her testimony is not enough. So you have this really interesting question for these 3 issues. Okay, we see that for the woman is Eid Echad, for the Achim is 2, and for the Ketubah, is it like her status 1, or is it like money? So Beit Hillel says, it seems to me that these 2 should be the same. These 2 should be connected to each other. Okay? And we only have the status of the woman, and Beit Shammai says no. So that's the nature of the machloket. Amar len Beit Shammai says, no. V'halomi sefer ketubah ta'alimod. You're right. But in her own ketubah, sefer means a scroll of her ketubah, it's shu kotevla, that he writes to her, she'im tinasi la'acher, titli shemashe katuv lichi. He writes, if you marry another man, titli mashe katuv lichi, then you take what's written in you. Meaning, in the ketubah itself, it's dependent not upon inheritance or money issues, but when you remarry, you get what's in the ketubah. Beit Hillel changed their mind, and they agreed that Beit Shammai is correct. That it's not based on other dinei mamonot. It's not connected to Achim and Achala. Beit Hillel in the end says, you're right. These are connected to, Beit Hillel says, you're right. These are connected to each other. I'll make them both yellow. These are connected. And Beit Hillel says, in this case, it's Eid Echad. We'll stop here. As we always do, we'll dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha and Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.